Hey guys, good morning. It is Tuesday, September 5th, and your girl totally flunked out on the recording thing yesterday. It was a hectic day, I'll explain. So, let's go. Okay, so full disclosure, Monday was Labor Day. I did film an intro when I first got to work yesterday morning, but very truthfully, like the day was hectic. For those of you who are unfamiliar, my husband and I both work in a grocery store. He runs the store and I run the produce department. And for a holiday like Labor Day, it's a little crazy. It was just hectic. In a nice country store like where we are, it's like constantly putting out green peanuts and collard greens and dicing up rutabaga and stuff like that. So it was hectic. So over the course of the day, I did not have a chance to film in the way that I wanted to. I tried to get a few things done in the morning, and then it was like, it just trailed off. After we got home yesterday, which was late, I think I worked an 11-hour day yesterday, so it was a longer day. And then after we got home, of course, we had to figure out dinner. We took 3 separate walks around the neighborhood, so I'm going to throw in my step count for yesterday because, man, did I get some steps in. Which I'm really glad that I'm getting back into the habit of getting those really high number of steps in a day, so that's good. But I didn't film anything, so that's where that is. So we were starting over again this morning with trying to record and document for you guys. So far today I've had a little bit of black coffee. I got this new cup the other day. I know some of y'all have given me grief in the past about my water bottle that I've always used, which is a plastic like Contigo water bottle. I am still very attached to it. I have had it now for 8 years, and it is my favorite water bottle on the planet. But it is very truthfully, like, it's just hitting its age and it's falling apart. And so I knew that as it died, I needed to find something to replace it that would be both a little bit sturdier, maybe something insulated, and maybe something not plastic. So actually, Richard got me this from our trade show that we had the other day, but it's this big, like steel double-walled tumbler thing. And other than the straw, it doesn't leak, so like unless I completely tip it over, then that'll be a problem. But ice will stay frozen in this for like 24 hours. It's amazing. So it's 40 ounce and I have been using this nonstop. So I'm really excited to have something new to drink my water out of. So I'm not just doing disposables and I'm not using my old plastic one. So that's kind of new. So I'm getting ready to make an electrolyte water in this. I am making a fresh pot of coffee because I've only had 1 cup so far this morning, and it is 5 a.m. and I have a lot to do today as far as work. So that was a lot of blabbing, but it's going to be a vlog. I'm going to do what I eat in a day today, and then we're going to touch on a couple of topics as we go. So if you want to stick around, stick around. Let's do the day. All right, guys, welcome back. It is... Let's see, what time is it? I don't even know. It's just before noon. I am home now. I worked a very short day today. In the future, I probably should remember that I need to take this day off every year. This is about to get, I guess, a little bit heavier or a little, I don't know. You can skip it. You won't hurt my feelings. But today marks 2 years since my sister died. And I haven't, other than talking about the fact that she died, and other than talking about the fact that she was too young, I have not necessarily talked a lot about what happened with her. Not all of her story is one for me to tell. But I do feel an obligation to at least share a little, because I think she deserves that. My sister is 8 years older than me. She mothered me a lot when I was a baby. My mom had some major issues with postpartum, and so my sister really picked up the slack and took a lot of a lot of the lead, even though she was very, very young. Took a lot of the lead in taking care of me, feeding me, changing diapers, that sort of thing. And then as I got older, she still continued with a lot of mothering sort of behaviors with me, as a big sister would, for many, many years. And she always used to say that she was more of a mom to me than our own mother was, which isn't true, but you know, I would give her that. But my sister and I had years and years where we were the best of friends. And then the last few years of her life, we were at odds with each other all the time. We were both very prideful and argumentative and could be downright hateful towards each other. And I was unaware of, I think, just where her mental health was at the time. I always knew that she was a heavier drinker, but she was lean and she didn't have any major health issues, and so no one knew that there was anything wrong, until one day it was like, boom, she's sick and she's in the hospital and she's not coming out. So at 48 years old, she died of end-stage liver failure from decades of alcoholism. And I think that there were a lot of contributing factors, because she was so very lean, very underweight. I don't think that her organs were as strong as if she had been, you know, maybe a normal weight or a little healthier. I feel like she unfortunately came to that because of years and years of working in the food and beverage industry and not having insurance. She never had any regular blood work. She wouldn't go to the doctor unless she thought she was dying, which honestly is exactly how this happened. She went to urgent care thinking that she had some kind of bug or virus or something. So she went years without any treatment for things like having lower chest pain, thinking that she was having like panic attacks, when really it was the swelling of her liver pressing against her lungs. And I hate for her that this is something that, had she caught it sooner, I don't doubt she would have made some changes. But 48 years old and her life ended. And, you know, we all know how grief is. So I knew it was going to be a bad week, just because it is at least last year was. It's been 2 years. And so I really should have planned to take today off. I started the day off fine and then wasn't. So we came home. So now we're home. Richard is taking care of me. I made a coffee, so iced coffee with some half and half. And he is making me some homemade meatballs and marinara. Very, very delicious comfort food. It's like a hug. And he makes it really, really well. And I have stock video of it from one time that we made it together that I need to edit to share with you guys so y'all can see his recipe, because it's absolutely delicious and very, very low carb. So that's something. Maybe I'll work on it today. I don't know. But I don't know. I feel like my whole entire day changed. It made this very sharp shift And now, like, where earlier it was like, oh, I'm hungry, I'm thinking about food, and now I'm like nauseous and don't want to eat. So that's where that's at. So anyway, here we are, middle of the day. I'll fill you in on the way the rest of the day goes, but it's gonna be a hard day. So see you later. Okay, meatballs are finally done, so I figure I'll show these to you. This is gonna be my lunch. It's about 2:30, and then probably dinner too, honestly. But let me show you. All right, so I have 3 here. I cut one open so you could kind of see the inside a little bit. But yeah, these are just meat, a little egg, lots and lots of fresh herbs, a little bit of seasonings, and then crushed tomatoes made into a homemade sauce. So that's it. Nice, very, very low carb, whole ingredients, and super tasty. So this is gonna be my lunch. All right, well, it's about 6:30 and I just woke up from what was apparently a much needed nap. It was right at about 3 hours. So there's that. Yeah. And now I don't really know. I'm not hungry, but I have leftover meatballs whenever I am. I'm rallying the troops and we're getting ready to take a walk around the neighborhood. So that's the next part of the day. Maybe I'll see if I can get them to cooperate for a little clip. Are y'all happy to be walking with me?
Oh, you're recording.
I am. Were you smiling?
Oh. I was that idiot.
It's okay. We still love you.
What?
I said it's okay. We still love you.
I would hope so.
So this is walk number 2 for me and you, right, boss?
Number 2.
Youngin'. Walk number 1 for you?
Yeah.
Better be.
How was school?
It was cool. You know, it's 10th grade.
Chainsaw have so many words.
What'd you learn?
To not do.
All right.
We have one neighbor fully ready for spooky season.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm excited for the werewolf.
we asked them yesterday when it's going out.
Did you?
Yeah.
What did it say?
Since they weren't sure.
Yeah.
I'll put up one.
Okay, guys, for dinner, I had 4 eggs with a little salt and pepper scrambled up, and I cooked those down with 2 tablespoons of salted butter. It was just enough. I wasn't super hungry, so for dinner, this kind of hit the spot. It was just the right amount to get me satisfied. But my calories were really low for the day. So for dessert, I had 3 tablespoons of natural peanut butter, which I did not film, but I did want to mention that I did have that as well. But the eggs were a great little finish to the day. So that's it, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.